Hello people of the web, and welcome back to another episode from the Vanilla High server. I've been playing a fair bit since I finished the last video, and I haven't been recording, as mostly I've been sandboxing ideas. One of the biggest time sinks has been this slime farm, which I'm reluctant to feature and make a third video in a row here. I'm sure you will be bored of it already, and so I have other plans for this video. Although, with that being said, I will show you quickly what I've done. I'm not sure about the progress, and I appreciate feedback and the ideas on what I can do here. Now, first of all, we've gained a few pet slimes. I named the first little slime Joy, as in jumping for, and so the other is called Pain. The big guy is called Steve. Now I'm going to build a snug over here, which will have doors going to the water elevator to allow me into the farm, and also some doors at the back in case I need to build a farm in the space I've dug out back here. On the opposite side, I'll be building a storage module, probably with only 3 or 4 double chests though, because I don't need a lot of room. And then this space I haven't got any ideas for yet. I'm sure I'll think of something. Oh, I should show you what I've done above. I'm still not sold on the design, so for now I'm leaving it incomplete. Hushbug has said that she's got some thoughts, and so she plans on using the other side to test her ideas out. Anyway, time to head out of here. Oh, I've enjoyed using the exit here. Hushbug and I both have Riptide 3 tridents, so we can stand here and Riptide straight into the water, which I think is a really cool exit. Now that Hushbug's back online, she's been working on her cove again, which for some reason she had me digging out a large hole in the middle of her tall hill, which is now covered up. I have no idea what she plans to build down there, but I'm sure it'll be exciting and interesting. But you can't see my hard work and all my digging that I did, so I'll show you in here. See? As if I haven't been doing enough digging already, I helped with this. I'm well behaved. Hope she makes me a cup of tea as a reward. Yes, I realise my obsession with tea really does embrace the stereotype of being British, but fine with me. In fact, I have a cup of tea with me right now. You may remember a couple of episodes ago I put this barrier in to avoid being knocked back whenever I AFK mend tools. Now I've realised that typically I leave the slab out most of the time so that whenever I'm here I can kill a few skeletons while walking past. So I think it's best to have the barrier on a separate lever, which means I need my redstone supplies. Luckily for me, I keep them in an ender chest. Well, that took a matter of seconds and only cost me 2 redstone dust and a lever. Easy peasy. I know it's only likely to be me and Hushbug using it, but I do like putting labels on things. Trust me, don't let me near a label maker. You'll regret it. I did only come here because my pick needed fixing. I'm also easily distracted. Ooh, shiny thing. With us using this as our main XP grinder, we get a significant amount of bones. So if anyone on the server needs bones, I'm sure we can find some free ones for viewers of the channel. Hey, I need views somehow, and I can't exactly afford to buy them. So, bribes. I'm not above bribes. With us farming more bones than we need, I've been thinking about ways we could use the excess for some farms. I've used a little in the sea pickle farm lately, and I always use it when I'm farming trees. Of which it's typically been spruce trees lately. This is because the slime farm used nearly exclusively spruce logs, and the 2x2 spruce trees are easy to farm with plenty of saplings. So I use them to build the pistons in the mega sugarcane farm, and I also tend to use them to make sticks and chests. I've now completely filled up the sea pickle farm, and I still have spare bones. Gotta find a use for these things. Well, that used up a few bones, and made a feature out of the ocean floor. I was enjoying a nice Sunday afternoon watching a film, when I got a message on Discord from Herberger asking if I knew the nearest portal to the spawn to get her to the end. So I kindly ran to my computer, logged on, and walked her all the way here. She then went ahead and died from really bad enderpearl throwing, which I'm sure she won't mind me saying, and so I've kindly offered to mine her endstone for her. I should be charging for this. I have thought of a use for some bones. A 2-high flower farm. Now, I've never built one before, as it's simple enough to just manually bone mill flowers. But I thought, where's the fun in that? This is my first attempt, and it worked fine, but it's a bit of an unnatural place to put the on-off switch, and it limited the amount of bone meal that I can load up to just 9 stacks per flower, so I redesigned it. Turning the switch on extends the sticky piston holding the observer block. We then end up with 2 observers facing each other, creating a fairly fast redstone clock. And every time it clicks, the dispenser uses a bone meal and we get these lovely sunflowers. Quite a lot of sunflowers. And plenty of bone meal that can back up into the chest. I'm quite pleased with that. My next problem is I need to find somewhere to build this new farm. Now, I'm thinking somewhere around here, but of course I need to flatten down this little bit because it's too steep. So next job is to do some terraforming. As if I haven't done enough diggy time lately. With a bit of a hill to dig out, I figured a beacon would help. So I've borrowed it from over there. Which does annoy me slightly now that the base is out of balance, but this will go back at some point. Haste, haste 2, iron ingot. And there we have the effect. Time to get cracking. As you can see, I've done a lot of digging. I've got to the point where I need another pickaxe, and then I remembered that I left my shulker on the floor. But the floor is no longer where it used to be. I can't reach it. Now, one way of doing it would be to pillar up. But I don't want to do that. I really want to be able to land this. Yes! I did it! Now, what's my durability on my pick like? Good enough that I can do this. Fresh pick. Much better. Now that I've got this part of the island roughly to the shape that I wanted, I thought it was about time that I cleaned up this little peninsula. So all the sea turtles that were sitting here, I've fed them and bred them so that they've created some eggs, and I've picked up all the eggs now. Well, will have. So I have plenty of spares in case I need them. Made some good progress in the last 20 minutes while watching a Tango Tech stream. Before we got adequate storage, we had all our bulk stuff stored on this peninsula, just in chests. These are just the remaining things that haven't been moved, so I just need to get rid of a few odds and ends. And a hell of a lot of rods and bows. They'll probably be going in the furnace. And it was at this point that I realised I have too much junk in here and it needs to be sorted. And that's how we sort things around here. Just going to AFK over here while I make a cup of tea. While the sorting system is going, I thought I might explore around the base and gather the iron from the iron farms. I noticed this guy in the portal and I can't resist but to hit him, and then... oh. Know that he can't pathfind me. I like finding out new tricks and then being able to use them. I've just had a use for my flower farm. Although technically I haven't built it yet, but I used the test build. Someone was asking in chat for flowers so they could start their dye collection. So I jumped at the chance to use my new toy. They seemed very happy to receive stacks of flowers and asked what they owed me for them all. And as a hobbyist YouTuber, I jumped at the chance to tell her to check out my YouTube channel. Hey, every view helps. Back to the spot I've decided to build the flower farm. And as you can see, I've removed all the mycelium between this stone over here and this strip over here. All I did was place grass along that strip so that the mycelium couldn't grow back, and I placed a couple blocks of grass over here, and it's starting to spread and it looks so nice with the rich green. I was just starting to lay out my flowers and I realised that the sunflower faces the wrong way for how I want the building to go. Which means I'll probably end up turning the building around because sunflowers need to be this way around. Otherwise, yeah, just doesn't look right. Unfortunately, I don't actually have any lilacs, so I'm going to have to find someone to spare one for me. But yeah, that looks about right. Now, you see the stone brick? Yes, I have a thing that I can't place redstone on things that aren't stone brick. It just worries me that at some point I'll break underneath it and break the redstone. Which, although for this build isn't a huge issue, because, well, it's one of the simplest bit of redstone you could ever build, but it's the principle. It would feel wrong if I didn't do it. Slight problem in that I built the redstone clocks and I didn't bring enough levers, so I can turn this one off and this one off, but I can't turn the other ones off. Need some levers. Extend piston, retract piston. Yep, that works. Peace at last. I've just put some bricks surrounding the flowers, and I've put hoppers feeding into the top of each of the dispensers, and then a row of hoppers going across the top. My intention is to have a large silo of bone meal, then feeding all these dispensers. Now, of course, if we feed in from here, I believe the bone meal will fill this dispenser up first before it backs up that hopper, and then it will move across to here, filling up this one. Eventually, all four will get filled up, and then it might back up these hoppers, but that's okay with me. For now, I've placed a double chest on top. That'll do as a temporary solution until I've spoken with Hushbug and worked out how we want to build our silo. My initial thoughts are to build some stairs on this side of the room, going up to where we can fill up the silo. And before I forget, I will place loads of droppers on top of these hoppers to minimise the lag. It's called being a good member of the community. I sometimes am that. Other times I forget, but of course I don't include those sections in videos. The skeleton farm is now completely out of bones, and I've filled up some chests. And if my theory is correct, this should fill up first before any of these. Wow, I knew something about redstone. And just to prove my point, as soon as this fills up, which is a few more bone meals, and then it should next divert to this one. I'm so smart. And now with the actual farm built, I can get rid of this thing that I keep tripping over in the storage area. Oh, I should have brought an axe. Much better. I have space to dance again. I mean, not that I ever dance, especially to any embarrassing music. As you can see, my grass has spread nicely. This lush green is beautiful. Oh, and I bought a lilac. It cost me 1 diamond. But I'll never have to buy another. As I stand here, surrounded by my new collection of flowers, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please help support me by liking the video, commenting below and subscribing if you haven't already. If you've already subscribed, why not send a link to a friend? Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.